Welcome to our channel, where today we embark on a fascinating and insightful journey into the timeless beauty and evolving grace of women, a subject that continues to inspire and captivate hearts around the world. Thank you for joining us. Make yourself comfortable, because what you're about to hear may just transform the way you see beauty, aging, and the unique paths that women walk through life. And we begin by delving deeply into an intriguing and little discussed topic: the 6 extraordinary types of women who actually become more beautiful with age, not just in the physical sense but in the holistic radiance of spirit, character, charisma, and the rare magnetism that emerges only through experience, self-awareness, wisdom, and the journey of living authentically. Because while the world so often fixates on youth as the pinnacle of beauty, those who pay attention know there is a deeper magic that comes with time, a beauty that matures and refines like the finest wine. And we will explore this magic without filter, judgment, or superficiality, honoring the truth of these women and celebrating their transformations. So let's begin with the first type, the resilient woman, the one who has weathered storms with silent strength, whose life may not have been gentle but who has emerged softer, more compassionate, and more compelling because of it. And there is something about the way resilience shapes the eyes, adds gravity to a smile, and deepens a laugh line that cannot be replicated by makeup or artifice. The resilient woman is beautiful because she has suffered without allowing herself to become bitter, she has broken and healed herself without hardening, and every scar she carries is a line of poetry etched in the invisible ink of endurance. And you'll notice how such a woman, perhaps once overlooked or underestimated, becomes more captivating with every year, exuding a powerful serenity that draws people in like a warm flame in winter. Now we shift to the second type, the curious woman, whose mind remains open no matter her age, whose hunger for knowledge, for discovery, for conversation and nuance never dulls. And this woman becomes more beautiful as time goes by because her intellect sharpens and her emotional intelligence grows deeper with every interaction, every book, every debate, every moment of wonder, and it shows in the brightness of her eyes, the lively gestures of her hands, and the elegant way she articulates her thoughts. Curiosity keeps her youthful even when her hair turns silver, because youth is not simply a number, it is an energy, and the curious woman carries this energy in abundance, allowing her to engage with the world in ever-expanding layers of insight and joy, which is incredibly attractive. Next we arrive at the third type, the authentic woman, the one who has stopped performing for the world and started living for herself, whose self-acceptance radiates like a light from within, making her glow in ways that no external validation ever could. This woman might have once tried to mold herself into what others wanted, perhaps spent years fitting into boxes that never felt right. But somewhere along the road she broke free, and in doing so she uncovered a beauty so rare, so genuine, so quietly luminous that it seems to shine more brightly the older she gets. And people are naturally drawn to her because authenticity is magnetic in a world saturated with masks and facades, and you'll find that men and women alike are struck by her presence not because of anything superficial, but because of the truths she embodies simply by existing without apology. Now let's explore the fourth type, the nurturing woman, not necessarily defined by motherhood but by the spirit of care and empathy she extends to the world. This is the woman who listens deeply, who notices when someone is hurting, who lifts others quietly, steadily, lovingly, and while such traits might have once been taken for granted or overlooked in a youth-obsessed society, as time passes these qualities become ever more precious, and so too does the woman who holds them. Her beauty blossoms with age because it is infused with kindness, with emotional labor offered freely and generously, and there is a calm, grounding presence about her that brings people peace just by being near her, and this presence matures like a tree, growing stronger, deeper rooted, and more sheltering with each passing year, and that is a beauty that no wrinkle or line can diminish. The fifth type of woman who becomes more beautiful with age is the passionate woman, the one who never lets go of her fire, her dreams, her sense of purpose. She might be an artist, an activist, a teacher, a chef, a traveler, or someone who simply pours her soul into whatever she does with intensity and focus. And even if life has rerouted her plans, even if society has tried to dim her shine, her passion burns on and grows more refined and intentional over time. And that deep commitment to something beyond herself gives her a glow that is unmistakable and deeply compelling. People are attracted to her not just because of her dedication but because of the aliveness she exudes, the sense that she is always in motion, always growing, always connected to something meaningful, and that makes her captivating in every stage of life. And finally, we come to the sixth type, the self-evolving woman. The one who refuses to stay stagnant, who understands that life is a continuous unfolding and she embraces each season with grace, allowing herself to shed identities that no longer serve her and step into new versions of herself again and again. She is the woman who surprises those who think they know her because she is always becoming, always exploring new dimensions of who she can be, and that capacity to reinvent, to surprise, to grow into ever more refined versions of herself makes her increasingly beautiful as the years pass, because there is no final form, no limit to her growth, and this fluidity keeps her not just relevant, but radiant, and often those who knew her in her 20s are awestruck to see her in her 50s or 60s, not because of some miraculous anti-aging secret, but because she has become so fully herself, so embodied in her truth, her grace, her self-awareness, that it stuns people into admiration. And what unites all six types? Resilient, curious, authentic, nurturing, passionate, and self-evolving, is that they are not frozen in time but sculpted by it, not afraid of the years but emboldened by them, and this is the ultimate secret. The kind of beauty that deepens over time cannot be bought, copied, or faked, it must be lived, earned, and embodied through courage, choice, and conscious living, and as society slowly begins to wake up from its obsession with youth, more and more people are starting to recognize that true beauty has nothing to do with age and everything to do with essence, energy, experience, and the story a woman tells with her presence. And so we invite you to look again, to see with new eyes the women around you who may have once been invisible to you, and to understand that in a world that often fears aging, these six types of women show us the extraordinary beauty that comes not in spite of growing older, but because of it. And if you are one of these women or are becoming one, know this: the world needs your light now more than ever, and you are not fading, you are rising, blooming, unfolding into the fullness of who you are meant to be. And if you've enjoyed this exploration and want more content that honors real beauty, real stories, and real transformation, make sure to stay connected with us as we continue to celebrate the extraordinary evolution of women through every season of life.